Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cafe of Knowledge. Y'all already know that NJ getting ready to spill some tea. I'm getting ready to spill some tea on everybody's ass today. But anyway, y'all, we had a request from Olivia Newsom. Newsom or Newman? Newman. I think it's Olivia Newman, and I'm so sorry, Olivia. But anyway, we had a request, and it's something that a lot of people in our community have been dealing with. And her request was married or in a relationship but feeling alone. Okay? And that's married or in a relationship but feeling alone. And it's going like that in a lot of places or a lot of relationships around our community. Or rather, the woman feels like they're in a relationship but they feel alone, or either the man feel like he's in a relationship but he feel like he's alone. Okay? And that's happening a lot. And a lot of it have to do with work schedules and things going on like that. But the way that her email came in, it's really pertaining inside of that house, that she feel either she's married, or in a relationship but feeling alone. And she put both of them, married or in a relationship but feeling alone. Okay? And some people who are married or in a relationship, it's a lot of times they feel emotionally disconnected from their partners. Okay? They feel physically and emotionally disconnected from their partners. They feel drained and hopeless. It's as if they have a lack of support. There's no support within that relationship at all. Either that one person is taking on all the responsibilities, doing all the responsibilities with the kids, going to all the outings with the kids, going to all the sports events with the kids. They doing everything. They doing all the cooking, and they doing all the cleaning, and they doing everything in the house, or they're doing everything outside the house as well, with no support from that spouse or that person that they're in a relationship with. And that happens a lot. You try to talk to the other partner, they not listening. And that goes for men and women. Because it's some men also that's out here and they in relationships and they just feel like they alone. It's almost like the relationship, you have a roommate relationship. Like you're living in the same house, you probably eating the same food, and you probably watch a little TV or something like that, but it's not a romantic, tight, loving relationship. It just feel like that person just feel alone most of the time. It don't even feel like they have a partner or they have a husband or they have a wife, because they always feeling alone. And that's where y'all have to get together and communicate more, because now you have some spouse and some boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever, they won't listen. It's a lack of support there, and they always finding ways to condemn the other one. These are things that make the other one feel alone. They in a relationship with someone, but that person won't listen to them. That person condemn everything they say. For example, you can say, hey, today I went such and such and I passed my test or in my class. Like, oh well, that's good. I mean, shoot. You in here studying all the time, so you should have passed. I mean, what is it? And then you like, dog. Instead of saying like, oh, okay, I see that you have been studying a lot, and congratulations that you passed. Instead of saying something like that, that other one has to condemn what that person did. Like, they never want to say anything that's positive about that person. Every time they open up their mouth, they condemning that person. You know, that person could say, oh, you know, I found $10 today. I was so happy. Oh, yeah. Well, shoot, I'm so glad you found that $10 so you stay out my pocket. It's like, huh? It's not like, oh, you know, that's good. Shoot, you was in the right spot at the right time. It's always something negative coming out of that other person's mouth. It's always something negative. They got to condemn everything the other one do. That will make a person feel like they alone. Like you don't even want to tell the person anything good that happens to you because you know they gonna chop it, cut it, slice it down anyway. You know, and that's not good for a relationship. And these are things that make a person feel like they are lonely inside of any type of relationship, whether it's a marriage or you just going together as boyfriend and girlfriend. That's just how it is, you know. And then they're very controlling. You'll have one of them, whether it's the man or the female, you know, they're very controlling. They want to control everything you do, how you do it, and this and that. It's almost like that person don't have a freedom of mind of their own to think or to do or to make decisions or to make judgments. They always controlling everything, and then everything that you do, they condemn that as well. People, we have to really, in our relationship, we need to pause and sit back. And if you are that type of husband, or you're that type of wife, or you're that type of boyfriend, or you're that type of girlfriend, you really need to sit down with each other, and somebody should be able to tell you that, hey, look, this is the problem. Because communication is the key. And it's going to always feel lonely if you can't talk to the other one to let the other one know how you feel. You know? And 9 times out of 10, the other person probably don't even see what they doing. And then again, they probably do see what they doing. But it's still time to talk about it and get that problem solved, you know, because you have to communicate. Then you have some of them, the man or the woman or whatever, the jealousy. They're always jealous about you. You know, jealous, or you know you're doing this or you're doing that, or why you going here, or why you doing that. Normally when a person is jealous like that and always on that one person, it's because they are dissatisfied and uncomfortable about something that they are doing. And it's not too right. It's about negative. So they pinpoint it on somebody else. And that's something that we need to fix. You know, you can't do that. You can't just jealousy, and you jealous over, you know, everything that person do, everything that person does, everything, you know, the person walk out the door, this is that. It's always the one who is on the person about, they jealous. That person who is that jealous is most likely is something that they doing, that they know they doing, and they are jealous of the other person because they feel the other person is doing what they doing. And it's so damn confusing. That's why that means let that shit go. You know, that's where y'all have to sit down and come to a compromise with that as well. You know, and then you have some that's dishonest. These are things that make a relationship, a person feel lonely inside of that relationship. And most of the time, that other one don't even know that the other one is lonely or feeling lonely. Or because it done went on so long, they don't really give a damn. You know, and it's that dishonesty thing. You know, you'll have one or the other, the man or the woman, that they have telling the truth, or they disclose, they deceiving the truth. They not telling all the truth. They telling half truth, some truth, and all that. That's that dishonesty stuff. You know, and that has to stop. It's deliberately being dishonest. And that makes a person feel lonely because 9 times out of 10, your significant other know that you're withholding truth in some things you say. And a lot of us, whether it's a man or a woman, think that the other one is stupid. That, oh no, damn, you know, I can tell them anything. That, you know, that. No, 9 times out of 10, they listening to it, they just not saying nothing. And by them not saying nothing, and it keeps happening, that's what make that person lonely, because that person is dissatisfied in what is going on. And that's where y'all have to sit down and talk about it. You have to talk about it. If you think that story or that whatever they telling you is not right, ask, well, how did that happen? That don't sound right. Y'all have to get that together. But ignoring the issue and letting the other person constantly lie to you, or you ignoring the lies every time that person says something to you, you not doing nothing but separating y'all relationship even more, because one is dishonest and one is scared to address the dishonesty. So you can't do that, and that makes you feel alone as well. And then you just have one spouse will think that the other one is lesser than the other one. No, it's a team thing. You know, you have some spouse that think just because they doing all the paying the bills, or they doing all this and they doing everything, that the other spouse or the other person in the relationship is less than them. And that's not right. That's a team thing. It don't matter how much. If you want to take on everything, take on everything. And if you have no choice but to take on everything, it doesn't matter. That don't mean that your partner is less than you, because they're bringing in or they paying less than you. That don't work like that, you know? And that's where the loneliness begins to happen, when that other person starts feeling lonely. Now, I'm just telling y'all about, you know, the subscriber asked for it, about being married or in a relationship and feeling lonely. These are things that make the other one feel lonely. And y'all need to sit down and communicate and talk about that, you know. And you just have, if you feel like you are feeling lonely inside of your relationship, you need to go to your partner and you need to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you have to be able to engage with your partner, talk to your partner, and you have to be able to tell them, like, hey, I need your help. You know, if you feel like all the responsibilities on you and you doing all this and you running everywhere, and then when you come home, you got to do everything and this and that and that and that, and then you feel like your other partner is not helping you, it's time to just ask that person. Ask your partner, say, hey, I really do need your help. I really do need your time. I really do need your respect. I really do need for you to engage with me more. I really do need all this. And because if you don't tell them, it continues, or you don't tell her, it continues to get worse. And that's when it gets to a point where you're feeling lonely inside of a relationship. And it just shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to communicate with him or her, because like I said, sometimes they don't even know that they doing that. But everybody expects for the other one to know. Like a lot of people say, oh, I ain't going to tell her nothing because she should already know. Or I'm not going to tell him nothing because he should already know. No, it don't work like that. Not everybody can't read your mind. So you have to communicate with your partner and tell your partner how you feel about certain things. If you're feeling lonely, tell him or tell her, I'm feeling lonely, you know. But these are things that make you feel lonely. And then you have some relationships where things happened in the past and then you're still holding a grudge. You're still holding a grudge about something. And if you're going to hold a grudge about it, why did you stay in the relationship? Is what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to hold a grudge against something somebody did wrong, then why did you still accept that person? You can't accept the person back and then hold a grudge. Because holding a grudge also separates you from your partner. It does. It's no way that it can't. It does, because you always got something in the back of your head where you holding on to a grudge, and no matter how much that other one do or that other one tries to do, because you holding on to this grudge, that person can't get close to you or next to you or have some type of feelings, close feelings that you used to have, because you still holding on to a grudge that made you disconnect from that person anyway. You know, so you can't hold a grudge. So whatever it is or whatever it might be, you're going to have to let that go. You have to let that go, because that separates a relationship to whereas you feel like you are alone inside of a relationship, you know? And sometimes you have couples that they are living together but living separate. And what I mean by that is if your relationship is where you always hanging out with your homegirls and he always hanging out with his homegirls, y'all hanging out with other people more than you do each other, something wrong. Y'all have to come together and put a pause to all that. Because if you can say within the last 3 or 4 months, if you can count, okay, in the past 5 months, how many times have I been out with my homegirls and how many times have he been out with his homeboys? You know, and if y'all are outside having fun out of relationship more than y'all are inside having fun together, meaning that if y'all taking more trips with y'all homeboys and homegirls and ain't taking no trips together, then something is wrong. That means that y'all are separating yourselves from each other. It has to be an equal balance. Because I know some relationships like that to where every time you turn around, the woman is going off with her homegirls, frat girls, and everything else. And you see more pictures of her and homegirls, and you hardly ever see pictures of her and the husband, or vice versa. You will see the guy, he out and he all smoking at the hookah bar and all that stuff and hanging out at a bar and having drinks and playing pool and all that almost every day of the doggone week. You can see him with them more than you see him with her. Then something is wrong. That means y'all are separating yourself from each other. And why are y'all running away from each other and run away from home? Is something wrong? That's where somebody needs to sit down and think about it. But most people keep all that stuff going. They keep it. He running around with his friends and she running around with his friends until eventually, all of a sudden, y'all either want to break up or y'all talking about a divorce. And then say, I don't know what's wrong. You know, he was cheating on me. Well, hell, you were gone all the damn time. Every time you turn around, your ass was going on trips and shit and all over different states and all going everywhere with your homegirl, and you weren't paying the man any attention. Whether it's the boyfriend or the husband. And it's vice versa. The man will be gone all the time, shooting pool every day of the damn week, going to the bar every day of the damn week. And then as soon as it comes time for a divorce, he's like, shit, I paid everything. I did all this for her. I did that. You know, I bought her clothes. She got all kind of shoes in the house and all that. And you know, then she gonna mess up like this. Okay, you just said it. You did all that, but you didn't say once about how much care, attention, and love and romance you was giving her. See, that's where you start feeling lonely. Because see, while the other one is out and doing whatever they doing, because it could be, you know, instead of both of them going, one going with the homegirls and one going with the homeboys. It could be one is going with the homeboys and then you just had a female that's just sitting at the house feeling lonely. Then you can have the female that's out with her homegirls and the male is at home feeling lonely. That's a lot of why you feel lonely. It's a lack of communication there. So if you can pick up both of your hands and you can count within them 3 or 4 or 5 months, how many times have you been away, having fun, having a good time and everything with homeboys or homegirls versus with your own spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend? And if you coming up to where your number is hitting, you've been with the outside folks more than you've been with the inside spouse or girlfriend or husband or boyfriend, something wrong. You headed for a dead, messed up road. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know, and that's a lot of it. So, you know, that causes constant stress, being unhappy in a relationship, always feeling discontent, you know, when you're around your partner. You know, when you feel lonely inside of a relationship, you start feeling kind of discontent. But that's up for y'all. the man or the woman, whoever's feeling like that, you have to ask yourself, what's making me feel like this? What's going on, the reason why this is going on? And you have to sit your partner down. You have to talk to your partner and get that straightened out. You know, perhaps talking to both of y'all, talking to each other, seeking y'all straighten this matter out. If you can't straighten the matter out, you need to go to a couples therapist and try to see if y'all can fix that problem. You know, because for you to ask that, you know, to ask that question and that topic to be talked about, being married or in a relationship and feeling alone, if you talk about this thing and things are still not getting better once you communicate with him or her and it's not getting better, then you might want to consider couple therapists, you know, and see can that help things out. And then you just have to go from there, you know. But the thing about it, men, listen to this. The thing about this right here, listen to this, men. Let me tell y'all about when a woman goes silent, okay? Because when a woman goes silent, these are the things happen. Silence is the loudest cry for a woman. So when a woman goes silent, that's her loudest cry, okay? When a woman is happy, you can't stop her ass from talking. But when she's sad, or when something is bothering her, or her heart is in pain, she don't talk too much. She don't talk too much. You know what I'm saying? And 80% of women use silence to express their pain. Okay? Either she's overthinking, or thinking too much, or she's tired of waiting. She's just tired of waiting around for things to change. Or she's about to blow or start cutting up or acting up, you know, or get angry. This is the things that women do when they get silent, men. And all she probably needs is a simple hug, you know. But when a woman gets silent, men, it's something about her that's probably finna fall apart, okay? She's holding so much pain, or she's holding some hurt, or she's feeling neglected, or she feel ignored, or something. When a woman gets silent, it's something wrong. So I don't feel like men should ignore that. You know, when your woman gets silent, you need to see what the silence is. What's causing her to be silent? Okay, yeah, you can have a bad day at work or whatever. And if it is a bad day at work, it's some women that they're silent because of the pain they feeling, that they feel neglected or something. And as soon as the man asks them, they'll say, oh, it ain't nothing wrong. And they keep holding on to it. What is the man supposed to do? How he gonna fix the problem if you lying about the problem? That's what I can't understand, because there's a lot of women that do that. The man will ask what's wrong, and then they be like, oh, nothing, I just had a bad day. But in the back of their mind, like, you know what, I know he messing around on me. I feel like he messing around on me or whatever. Well, then you need to talk to him and see, and let him tell you if he is or if he ain't. But a lot of women will just say nothing, but it is really something wrong. And that's something that women need to fix within themselves. You know, because like we always say, communication is the key. You know, and women get silent because they're crying on the inside. And she starts ignoring the man. So when she gets silent, she starts ignoring you and don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You know, and men, let me tell you, once a woman become heartless, the relationship, it can't be saved. It can't be saved. Once a woman become heartless, it can't be saved. It's too late. It's too late. It can't be saved. So all I can do is tell the men, the fellas or whatever, please take care of your woman. Please take care of your wife. Take care of her. Take care of her feelings. Love her. Care about her. Love her in the right way, so that y'all relationship don't dissolve or separate. Because it just don't make sense, you know. And I know some men feel like, let me tell y'all, you know, some men feel like, you know, the woman don't have any patience, or the woman always nagging and she always snapping. It's like, it's some women be like, how come you leave your towel on the floor? How come you leave your shoes on the floor? How come you leave this on the floor? How come you ain't picked this up? How come you left this on the bed? Let me tell you, fellas, she probably nagging about the towel on the floor, your shoes in the middle of the floor, whatever, but actually it's deeper than that. She ain't mad about leaving no towel on no floor. She ain't mad about leaving no shoes in the middle of the floor. She ain't mad about none of that stuff you leaving all over the floor and nagging you about little things. Actually, it's deeper than that. She is hurting on the inside about something else. But instead of the woman opening up to the man, she nags the man. And that's another thing that will run a man slap out the door. Because instead of a woman opening up and telling the man what it is that's bothering her, hurting her, and got her feeling lonely, you have to open these conversations up. But instead of addressing it, and some women are scared to address it, scared of what the man might do. You know what I'm saying? Scared that if I say something, he might get mad. Or if I say something, he might leave. Or if I say something. Because let me tell y'all that too. It's some men and it's some women that when someone approach you about something or want to talk to you about something that you did wrong or something, how they feeling, and they feel like you're not treating them the way they want to be treated, instead of opening and listening to that person and y'all talk that out, it's women and men get mad and leave. And I know when if you get to arguing or you have a heated conversation, yes, that's the best thing to do is one or the other go somewhere for a couple of hours and they come back. But you got some of them that if you tell them just one or two things about their faults or how you feeling and you asking them, hey, can you treat me a little bit better on this? And then if they feel like they right about what they doing, they'll walk clean out the door and disappear for about a couple of days, maybe a week, or maybe a couple of weeks. And then they want to come back. You have to address, as soon as they come back, you have to address that, whether it's him or her. Because in some people, let me tell you, when people leave you for a minute and for a couple of days or a week or a couple of weeks, they leaving you because they trying to train you to not question them. Or they trying to train you not to approach them with anything you feel. So they call themselves by leaving you, it's almost like, I'm going to leave her ass, I'm going to leave his ass for about 2-3 weeks. And I bet you what, he won't say nothing to me no more. It's almost like they trying to put you on a punishment when they leave you so long, to teach you not to question them, not to bring up none of your concerns, not to do any of that. It's a punishment. How in the hell you going to put a grown person on punishment anyway? I don't know. It's a lot of people that run out the door and they'll be gone for 2 days because of a little heated argument or because a person asked them something about the relationship or want them to tell them what's going wrong in the relationship, or if they feel like something not right, they approach them and say, hey, this don't look right, or this don't sound right. What is this? Instead of them being grown, sticking in there, handling that situation, having a heart-to-heart talk and a communication skill with their partner, they'll shoot clean up at the damn door and be gone for a day or two, or either 2 weeks. And then come back. They trying to put you on punishment. How in the hell can you put somebody on punishment? I'm going to tell y'all right now, whether it's the man or the woman, a lot of times you think, I don't know who started that shit, but let me tell you how it really go. When you leave your partner like that, for I don't give a damn if it's 2 days, 2 weeks, or whatever, 2 months, and then you come back. When you leave them like that, you think that you are training them to do what you want them to do. Really what you're doing is training them how to live without your ass. That's what you're doing. You're training them how to goddamn function without your ass. And you're training them to get all your shit out of their heart, out of their life, and then they can move on to another better level. That's what you're training them. Because let me tell you, when you stay gone from a person and you keep doing that and you keep staying gone from a person, you ain't doing nothing but training them how to goddamn disconnect from your ass. That's what you're training. So you better stop running out the goddamn door and stay gone for 2 days and then come back, or be gone for 2 weeks, then come back, or stay gone for 2 months, then come back. Okay, you goddamn ass gonna not come back and see that person. Her phone gonna be blowing up, or his phone gonna be blowing up, and then you're gonna see somebody else was taking up that little time while your ass trying to put a grown-ass motherfucker on punishment by leaving out the house because you mad and you not grown enough to stay there and stick with the conversation and stick with the problem. That's what be killing me. People kill me with that right there. Thinking that when they get mad at a person, they run out the door and stay gone because, see, that's a way of punishing somebody. To make them not bring up anything, not confront anything, and not to talk about anything. And 9 times out of 10, the person who leave out and stay gone like that, they bought the wrong one. They bought the wrong one. But they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to address it because 9 times out of 10, they ain't got nothing to address. But still, instead of sitting there saying, okay, I was wrong, or I don't see it that way, instead of just communicating, they slap their ass and run right out the door. With one shoe on and the other shoe in the hand, trying to get the hell out the door. But I'm trying to tell you now, you're training the other one how to live without your ass. I'm trying to tell you, keep on running out that goddamn door. It's going to be hard as hell one day to run back. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to already be occupied over there. But anyway, you have to communicate with each other. And now that I told men how a woman is when she becomes silent, women, when a man becomes silent, okay, you have to understand that some men be silent. They really be listening to you. You know, because there's some men that while you talking and talking, they listening and they processing it. They just ain't saying nothing. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand that that's just how men do. Men will be hearing you, but they ain't gonna say too much of nothing. Okay? And then there's some men who won't say nothing. They become silent because they trying not to cuss the woman ass out. You see what I'm saying? So they don't say nothing. So you have to understand, women, sometimes when a man gets silent, he is listening to you. If you talking and he ain't saying nothing or whatever, he listening. He processing it. He just silent. But he listening. He listening. And then sometimes it gets silent. Like I said, it gets silent because they don't want to disrespect you. And they don't want to say the wrong thing. And they don't want to cuss your ass out. So that's how come then they just become real silent. You know. And men have a hard time expressing their feelings. They really do. They have a hard time expressing their feelings and expressing themselves. And a lot of it got to do because they was taught not to cry. They was taught to be hard. They was taught to be... And that's because men have to not only be strong on the inside of the house, ladies. They have to be strong on that outside of the house. They have to be strong out there in that world as well. So not only are they a strong protector on the inside, they also have to be that strong protector on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that when they become silent or look like they ain't expressing no feelings or no thoughts, they was trained basically to feel like that. But a little understanding will help. You know, it will help. You know, men keep a lot of their sensitive emotions on the inside. They really do. And they just don't want to say the wrong thing to you. So a lot of sensitive emotions, they keep them on the inside. And that's just what men do when they get silent. You know, you be thinking, oh, he must don't care. Why you ain't saying nothing? Because you act like you don't care. They care. They care. They care. And ladies, you're able to see if he cares. Because he might not say anything to you while you talking, but then a day or two later or a week, you'll start saying, oh, he changed a little bit. he done correct that problem I was talking about. Now, he didn't tell you. See, he was being silent when you was talking about whatever you wanted him to correct. But he was being silent about it. You thought he wasn't listening. But if you pay attention, you will see a change that he really did. He was listening to you because he corrected the problem. So, ladies, sometimes you have to look at that. Don't overlook that either. You know, so it's just things like that. Y'all have to spend more time communicating, talking to each other, playing things together, y'all. Playing things. Like, okay, this month, I'm going to do this with the kid. I'm going to go to the sports events this month. Next month, you go to the sports events, you know. Then playing things for each other. Playing King or Queen month. You know, say January and February is King month. That means when the woman, she catered to him for January and February. Then March and April is Queen month. Now he caters to his queen. April and May. You see? So y'all have to pick a month. You know, January, February is King month. You cater to him. March, April is Queen month. Then you can make June and July just, okay, we gonna kind of get a break from each other, and those are the months that, yeah, you go to the pool hall or whatever, and then the woman can do what she, you know, go out with her lady friends or whatever, and then a couple of months later, y'all started right back. That's King month. The next month, Queen month. See, once you do that, then you'll start communicating with each other more. You'll be able to get together, you got to do activities that's going to keep y'all communicating all the time. So you won't be feeling lonely, you know, and you just have to sit down and talk to each other, you know. And like I said, if you have that hard-headed person that you just can't get nothing through, him or her or whatever, you might want to try couples therapy, you know, and then just see how that work out, you know, and then you have to go from there. But you have to take a lot of these steps to make it work, because a relationship is not easy. I don't care what nobody say. But anyway, you just have to make sure that y'all are communicating, point blank, period, you know. And you just, you know, you have to be confident in y'all relationship. Whether you have kids or you don't have kids, you're married, you're not married, if you're in a relationship, you're living together, or just a relationship, period, you have to have confidence in each other that you could go to the other one and talk to them without the other one getting upset and mad. Because if you're in a relationship that you scared to talk to the other one because you scared they're going to get mad, that shit is wrong anyway. It's wrong anyway. If you can't go to the other one because you scared they're going to get mad at what you say, something ain't right. Now, that right there, something ain't right. That right there, you could skip all the communication, and y'all just need to start talking about going to couples therapy. Because if you can't talk to a person without a person getting mad and upset, and like I said, running out the goddamn door and shit, and then stay gone for 2-3 days trying to put your ass on punishment, how in the hell you put a 43-year-old on punishment? How the hell you put a 23-year-old on punishment? How in the hell you put a 62-year-old on punishment? With all that running out the door, I'm going to show you. Watch me show her. Or watch me show him. I'm a goddamn stay gone for about a week. And I bet you when I come back, they'll stop that. No, it won't. You just trained them how to do without your ass. That's all it did. And you going to come back and can't come back. That's what's going to happen. You know, while you trying to be smart about the damn matter. And you know, you running around with that whack-ass attitude and going to realize that, you messed up. Because it's not going to be that easy to come back in, because somebody most likely done already took your place. Whether they blowing up that other one, their other partner telephone, or they seeing that other partner. And was going to slide your ass clean out the damn door. Why? And you should have been, while you was running out the door, now you're going to have to run out of it for good now. Because you was trying to be smart by leaving that person, and then you're going to wind up being left out there. That's what's going to happen. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Y'all just have to communicate more. get together, have confidence with each other, and make sure that y'all can make things work. Because let me tell you, women, also, when y'all keep telling men, you know, a lot of women keep saying that they lonely, they feel lonely and this and that. But you know, sometimes women want to do everything for themselves. They want to do everything in the house. They want to, and the man will be asking, "Hey, you need my help with this?" "Nah, I got it." And then you could be downstairs picking up a chair, or picking up a table. You say, "Want me to help you?" "Nah, I got it." And then you could be getting ready to do something or go somewhere, or bring all the bags in the house. "You want me to help you?" "Nah, I got it." When you keep saying you got it, ladies, then you are telling the man you don't really need him. You telling him that you got everything. Every time he offered to help you, or every time he offered to do something physically to help you, whatever, then you always saying, "I got it." Then it ain't gonna do nothing but tell him, when he starts seeing you doing a lot of stuff and he don't offer, now you mad. Well, hell, every time he asks you, you say you got it. Every superwoman needs Superman's help every now and then. You can't do it all. But that's where women get mad, and then they say, "I was doing all this today, he ain't even helped me." Because for damn 6-7 months, every time he asks you, "Do you need his help?" you say no. So then he just sit back. That's how men are. They not going to keep asking you every time, "Do you need something? You need some help? You need that?" If you constantly keep saying no, they're going to eventually stop asking you and let you do it. But then when they start letting you do it and look at you doing everything, look at you, now you hot. But you done said to him about 150 times that you got it. But then you get mad at him when he don't ask you no more, and you really have to do it. So women, we have to look at ourselves on that part too. You know, because like I said, you could try to play, you know, Superwoman, but Superwoman always gonna need a Superman here and there to help. So that you know, that's where a lot of that come in too with women. We have to really stop that, because that's how we are. And so the more y'all communicate, the better it'll be. Because if y'all keep on doing everything that I said at the beginning of this video about how y'all holding grudges and being neglect, that stuff start moving to the bedroom. You're not intimate no more. You got your backs turned to each other, or you got one way on this side of the bed, one way on that side of the bed. It's separating right there. You got to communicate, so that you don't feel lonely inside of a relationship. Because ain't nowhere in the hell anybody should be in a relationship feeling damn lonely. Ain't nowhere in the hell you got two people in a relationship and you feeling like you lonely. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. You might as well be single. If you are inside a relationship and feel alone, you might as well be single. Because that's what single is, being alone. And you ain't got to hear and worry about all the extra bullshit. But now if you in a relationship, and that's your committed relationship, nobody should be feeling alone. And that's where the both of you, him, her, both of y'all, whatever, have to come together and sit down and talk and get that situation resolved. It's nowhere in the hell nobody should be in a relationship feeling alone. That's all I got to say about that. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And y'all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from y'all goals and success. Bye-bye. Y'all have a nice week. See y'all next week.